It's your boy Crazy Out came back again with some more random BMX news. We got some big stuff happening, so let's get into it right now. Bob Haro, the legend, the godfather of BMX freestyle, finally came out with the Iconics BMX frame and fork, and this is called the Iconics FS1. It comes in a really nice neon green colorway. It's got the Iconics on the down tube and also on the seat tube in like a bluish color. He also has some chrome plated forks, chrome plated Iconics forks, so that's pretty dope. The head tube is tapered. It's a 4130 tapered head tube on a freestyle bike. This is something that you don't see every day in BMX freestyle. I don't think anybody's done this yet. I actually did a tapered headset, and you also have those forks, which are tapered forks. The tubing inside the steer tube is tapered on these forks. This is really forward thinking, and the cool thing about this is that it adds a lot more strength to your front end, especially when you're doing those flatland tricks. You'll have more responsiveness, more stiffness in anything you do on your front end when you have this tapered setup, especially in a chromoly setup. Hydroform down tube and hydroform steer tube on the forks for that tapered style. The tubing is also heat treated. You got heat treated bottom bracket. You got CNC machine dropouts, and this bike is full 4130 chromoly, which is really good. Here is a Iconics frame all built up, so it looks really dope. And the cool thing about this frame is it also has that Haro aesthetic, that classic Haro aesthetic. So, you know, Bob added some new features on this frame and fork, but you still have that classic Haro vibe on it. So it's very reminiscent of a Haro Master. So you got that classic Bob Haro style, Haro bicycle style, but with a new twist from the man himself. So that's pretty dope. So if you want to find out more information about this bike, check out sugarcane.com or check out iconicsbikes.com. You know the homie D-Box is always giving away bicycles to well-deserved riders, and he just gave a bike away recently to this kid right here who was riding a city bike all this time. And then D-Box hooked him up with a blue SC Big Ripper, it looks like, and it's the same color as the city bike, so it kept the city bike vibes. Big shout out to D-Blocks for always keeping people hype on BMX bikes. He gives away lots of bikes throughout the year and is literally getting kids on bikes, so that's what's up. Big shout out to D-Blocks for that. Big shout out to this little man right here for doing a double backflip at 11 years old. That is crazy. Then did a bar spin off the vert. Crazy. Make sure you follow BMX Freestyle. I'm gonna follow him right now because I just check this out. But check out BMX Freestyle Child, 11 years old. 11 years old. His account is managed by his parents, so that's really good. Responsible parents right there. Look, a double back flip, 11 years old. That is nuts. This kid has a bright future in the sport, so be on the lookout for him. Speaking of crazy tricks, Ryan Williams is again doing something crazy. Look at this right here. What is that? That is nuts. He's doing a Superman seat grab, front flip, tail whip with his hand, flipped it back. Like, that is just crazy. So he just invented another trick that they got to add to these video games. Like, they got to do like a Ryan Williams update every week, because this guy is always doing some crazy combination, creating some crazy insane trick. He did it into the airbag, and probably by next week he'll be doing it on a regular resi. So this dude is amazing on the bike. Look at that trick. That is crazy. What are they calling that? Do they have a name for this yet? Definitely follow Ryan Williams on his Instagram page to check out what new crazy tricks he is working on. And this one is a real crazy one. Look at that. Nutty. If you've been paying attention to Brad Sims' Instagram page, you see that he's riding all kind of bikes now, doing tricks and getting busy. He was on a mountain bike doing some tricks, and now he's on a gravel bike getting busy, representing on the Canyon gravel bike, doing fakies off of trees on the Canyon. And you know, this is right here is something that you don't always see in the world of cycling. Once a BMXer gets their hands on any kind of bike, you already know we're going to try and do all kind of stuff on it. It's great to see Brad Sims expanding and letting these cyclists know that, hey, you know, y'all can go straight all you want, but this trick life is fun life. The Canyon gravel bike is capable of doing a lot more than just riding in the gravel, and that's pretty dope. Great to see. He's doing manuals right now. He's getting a little bit of air. You know, he's doing fakies off of trees, jumping off curbs, things like that. So it's real cool to see that, and I'm pretty sure people will be excited to see that. What I'm not excited about seeing is Brad Sims and Speedos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can still do all of this stuff with some regular clothes on, regular t-shirt and some shorts. But I guess to identify and relate to the people who ride gravel bikes, they said, yo, Brad, you got to put on the Lycra. So I wonder how hard it was for them to get him to put the Lycra on. But big shout out to Brad Sims and Canyon for representing. So this past Thursday, March 20th, was Rad Day. That's right. So for one day, which was last Thursday, Rad the movie, the classic 80s BMX movie, was shown in the screens once again. And it actually did some good numbers. It was 5th overall at the North American box office, which is really good. Like daggone, on a Thursday night, everybody went out to represent and check out the Rad movie. I wasn't able to go. I had to work, so I couldn't make it to see it. But man, this was great to see that, Rad got re-released and people were able to see it in the theaters again. So hopefully we can get some kind of Netflix TV show for Rad. Ever since Cobra Kai came out, and I always talk about this, ever since Cobra Kai came out, I see the vision. We need to get those guys to do a Rad series now. Because Cobra Kai, I think, is done. Now we need to get Rad. We need to get the Rad series. So, I don't know, maybe we do change.org or something like that. But we got to get this Rad Netflix series started, because I think it'll be really dope to do the same type of style of production where, you keep the essence of the original and you do the flashbacks, and then you have all the characters come back and things like that. So that'd be pretty dope to see. Hopefully that comes to light in the near future. So big shout out to everybody who is responsible for making Rad Day a thing. That's what's up. There's a new BMX wheelie bike brand on the scene right now called Street Bike Co. And they make a bunch of wheelie bikes for the street crew, the cats that's in the bike life. Here goes their flagship model right here. It's a 29-inch Street Code. It's called the Street Code. So we have the Street Code 29-inch. You have them in different colors. The Street Code 29-inch, which comes in at $6.99, which is a good price for a 29-inch bike. Comes in the red colorway, has some custom pads, also has a custom seat here. Showing the streets, car doing a drift, all the kids in the background, has the street logo on there, says Takeover. You got alloy handlebars, seal bottom bracket. It has the flip-flop hubs on there, so you can ride fixed or you can ride freewheel. So you can check out Street Bike Co. on their Instagram page, see what they got going on. They got a whole bunch of clips up here on their page, and they're a new player in the game of the wheelie bike scene. So of course you have SC, you have Throne, and Collective. Mafia also has a bunch of 29-inch Bike Life bikes, aka Bike Life bikes. And now you have Street Bike Co. So be on the lookout for Street Bike Co. and see where they're going to take this thing next. Alright? Saya Sakakibara, Olympic 2024 Olympic champion, gold medalist Saya Sakakibara is back and ready to make it happen. She dropped a video real quick of her new gear and her shredding on the track, jumping the triples. Woo! That girl is nice on the track. That's right, that's the #1 girl to beat right now. Saya said, my new Ace Race gear has landed and they killed it with the new custom design. Thank you to all my partners for supporting me in 2025. Our sponsors are Red Bull Australia, Score Sports Timing, GWM Australia, Australia Cycling, Schwabel Tires, Oakley Bikes, High Sarah, and 60 Helmets. So there's no Speedco mentioned on there, so I don't think she has a frame sponsor currently, so that's different. She obviously has an all blacked out Speedco, most likely that's what she's riding, but she doesn't have an official frame sponsor for 2025. But she's got a lot of support, especially with that Red Bull support. You know what that's about, right? Red Bull got that bank, baby. So it's gonna be great to see her representing. She also says, I set foot in US for my first race back this weekend. Bring it! So that means she's going to be at Rock Hill this weekend. She's going down to Rock Hill this weekend to get busy. That's going to be pretty dope. And I really need to take a trip down to Rock Hill so I can go see the action for real. Alright, so next up we have Skill Dash Sophia. This is a BMX sneaker designed by BMXers, a new brand in the game that's trying to make their mark in the industry, and the sneakers are looking pretty cool. But more importantly, what makes these sneakers help us out as BMXers? What makes it specific for BMX is what I want to know. It has a lot of places for your pedals pins to lock into. The Sophia sneakers are named after the city where Skill Dash was born. Sophia represents a vibrant BMX community Defying Expectations, designed by riders and crafted in Portugal with premium Spanish synthetic suede. It delivers everything you'd expect from a high-performance European BMX shoe, but this shoe means more than a list of features. Sophia stands for what BMX culture is beyond riding, pushing forward, connecting with like-minded people, and expressing one's own creativity on and off the bike. Sophia is a commitment to BMX culture. So a little facts about the upper: you have premium synthetic suede from Spain, you have memory foam cushion, you got protective heel inserts, which is dope, double stitching to reinforce the stitching area for extra durability. They have a BMX specific sole design engineered to deliver the perfect balance of grip, stability, shock absorption, and pedal feel. Functional zones include braking zones, impact points, and grippy patterns. Has a stitched cup sole construction, which offers superior impact protection, arch support, and durability compared to vulcanized shoes, making it perfect for high impact BMX riding. And that's what's really important, high impact BMX riding. So that's really dope. Definitely check out Skill Dash Sophia. They have a really cool Instagram page where they have a whole bunch of BMX stuff going on there. I actually found these guys by watching a BMX fail video. And Bike of the Month, March 2025 is still going down. It is March 24th right now, and as of this taping, this is the current rank of the bikes that are on the Bike of the Month chart. Not too many bikes this month, but we have some really fresh ones. So we have that 1986 GT Pro, which is in first place, got a 9.18 overall rating. This is sent in by Troy. We also have a 2013 Prophecy Scud Evo in that crazy red colorway, really custom colorway, which looks really nice. You got to check out the pictures on that. It's got an 8.6 total overall rating. A 2013 St. Martin 10 in that crazy dope orange and black colorway. Then we have a 2024 Crenshaw 20-inch BMX racing frame. It's got an 8.31 total overall rating score. It's in fourth place, sitting there nice and pretty. Then you also have a Colt Big Bam 24-inch cruiser with a total overall rating score of 7.75. Then we have that Chad Curley V1 Haro custom that was inspired by the Brick by Brick, the Nigel Sylvester Brick by Brick sneaker, coming in with a 7.26 overall rating score. Now those ratings can change. If you come to the site, give the bikes a rating, you can move the bikes up or down based on what your rating is. So definitely encourage you guys to get involved. We need more people to check these bikes out and give them a rating. So that's that with the Bike of the Month. All right, y'all, so that's it. This is Crazy Al Kane. Hope you like the series. So definitely come back to sugarcane.com. You have a submit page where you can submit articles, bike of the days, hip hop, all kind of stuff. Go there, submit your articles, and maybe it might get featured on random BMX news. All right, so this is Crazy Al Kane, sugarcane.com, CACTV, and I'm out. Back to you, Billy.